Hi, in this video we're looking at the sine rule. In triangle ABC, we are going to look at the following conventions. The capital letters are for the angles, capital letter A for angle A. And opposite angle A is side BC referenced with small letter A. So the small letters are for the sides and the capital letters for the angles. So the sine rule states sine of angle A over A is equal to sine of angle B over B, which is equal to sine of angle C over C. Note that small letters A, B, C stands for the sides. So it works sine of angle A over side BC is equal to sine of angle B over side AC. We can flip this and the formula would be A over sine A is equal to B over sine of B, which is equal to C over sine of C. Please note, to form an equation, we only need 2 from the 3. So when do we use the sine rule? Given one angle and its opposite side, and together with another angle or a side. Looking at the first example, all the information is on the diagram, and the question is to find angle A. So if we look at the sine rule, we start with what we want to find. Sine of angle A over side BC, which we reference as small a, is equal to sine of angle C over small c. So notice the angle opposite its side. Putting that into our equation, sine of angle A over 14.6 is equal to sine of 61.8 over 17.3. Note, we are not using B, angle B, or small b because we don't have it. Cross multiply, sine A times 17.3 is equal to 14.6 times sine of 61.8. You can also find your LCD. Note, we're trying to find angle A. So the first thing we're going to do here is get rid of the 17.3. We will divide both sides by 17.3. And that gives me sine of angle A is equal to 14.6 times sine of 61.8 divided by 17.3. And we work that out, the right hand side to be 0.744. Using our calculator to find angle A, note on the calculator we will use shift sine 0.744. We'll close the brackets and that gives us 48.07. Rounded off to 2 decimal places will be 48.07. To 1 decimal place, it will be 48.1. And we have angle A, which is equal to 48.1 degrees. Another example. Once again, the information on the top is in the diagram. And the question is to find small t, which is side PS. So let's look at what we've given. We have angle T, and we're trying to find small t. We also have angle S, together with the side opposite angle S. So we can use our sine rule. So let's start with the formula. T over sine T is equal to S over sine S. Now we're going to substitute the values. We have T over sine 81.3 is equal to 3.7 over sine 34.7. Cross multiply, T times sine 34.7 is equal to 3.7 times sine of 81.3. We're going to use our calculator to calculate the right hand side. Note that I divided both sides by sine 34.7 because I'm trying to find side T. And using our calculators, we find T to be 6.4. Note that we're not finding an angle, so no need for shift. That's quite cool, don't you think so? Looking at the next example, and the question here is to find yz, which is small x. Looking at the diagram, if I want to use the sine rule, you'll notice I have two unknowns. We don't know small x and we don't know angle z. But we have two angles in the triangle. So we can find the third angle using some angles of a triangle. So note the formula. X over sine x is equal to z over sine z. And remember I said to find angle z, we can use some angles of a triangle. So we'll take 180, subtract 68.4 plus 71, and that gives us 40.6. We're now going to substitute this in our formula. X over sine 71 is equal to 27.6 over sine 40.6 that we found for angle Z. Cross multiply, we'll get x times sine 40.6 is equal to sine 71 times 27.6, and then we're going to divide by sine 40.6. And we can use our calculator to work that out. And that'll give us x to be 40.1. Going to the next example, the question is to find angle K and correct to 1 decimal place. So you'll notice that if we try to find angle K, it's not possible because we don't have the side opposite the angle. But we have two sides and an angle, so we can find angle M. And if we find angle M, using some angles of a triangle, we can find angle K. So we're going to change our focus to find angle M. Using the sine rule, we can say sine M over small m is equal to sine f over small f. Substituting the values, we have sine m over 1275. Sine m over 1275 is equal to sine of 48.2 over 1431. We can cross multiply. After we cross multiply, we're going to divide both sides by 1431. Using our calculator to find the right hand side, we have sine m is equal to 0,664. We're now going to use the calculator. Using the shift sign 0.664, we end up with angle M to be 41.6. From here, we can go on to find angle K using some angles of a triangle, 180 minus, and that'll give us 90.2. Thank you.